Again, that was interesting seeing that Moon Meander playing more X's and B-Kid on Playground. Anyways, this is a USC CI. It is a USC server now, so people may be curious about that. For complexity in Lion Esports Club in this matchup here, US East versus a European team. That's how it works. EU, US East, and then third is random, I think. So anyways, the banning phase picking up here. Engineer and Tundra so far, the two heroes that are going to be banned by either team. Engineer, of course, banned by complexity, and then Tundra. Again, Lion loves to ban that Tundra. They were blind banning him in the regular banning phase. Do not want to see the Tundra hero, who obviously can be very annoying to play against. So. The last game, though, the big thing that stood out to me, again, is how it even started off with the picking stage, how they first picked a Moon Queen despite a lot of carry options being left open. And I kind of wonder if that's going to be a similar story here with a lot of carry options. Now you do have the Zephyr ban coming out, but you still got your Silhouette, your Draconis, your Dark Lady, your Moon Queen. Forsaken, I mean, you still got plenty of options, of course, as far as that's concerned. Pebble's going to be banned there by Lion. So we'll see how that carry potential works out here between these two teams. But also Lion, again, locking up that Master of Arms, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it in the end, because sometimes teams, they will just do it like a troll lock at one of their locks anyway, so it's not the biggest deal, but I just always find that amusing how.
I think it's just kind of like their go-to wildcard support hero. I don't know. Like, it's just if all else fails and if they aren't able to get anything they want, they can use Master of Arms as both a carry and a support, or a support, I mean.
Yeah.
Same thing with, that's actually why I like to, when I was playing this mode, I like to lock Torture a lot in the log pool, because she's so versatile. Can be played as like a solo short, can be played as a dual lane long lane, can be played as a support in a tri lane, can be played as a support in a dual lane mid. She can do a lot of different things. Same thing kind of with MOA, except I think Torture is just better. But they go with MOA, and a lot of this is actually a pretty support-heavy lockpick pool. But anyway, some more bans, actually. The final bans, Pebbles, Draconis, and then the final ban actually from Haniskin is Tempest. So looking at possible junglers, there's Legionnaire, there's Warbeast still available in the pool, and then, of course, Ophelia, which I expect to get first picked. But it was a smart... Oh, actually, wait a second here. Let me check these out. Why would B-Kid lock Glacius after locking Ophelia? That makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't get that at all.
That is odd. That's very true. That's
unless they plan on taking... Okay, he locked Glacius and Luna. His locks really don't make any sense at all to me. Anyway, we'll get back to that as we get into the lockpick phase. But those are the first pick Silhouette.
That's very true, though. But anyway, so yeah, once we get to that, we'll talk more about it. But Silhouette, the first pick. So, again, you can argue this is a case of... Now, they love Silhouette. Haxgrim plays a great Silhouette, and, you know, Complexity especially loves to play Silhouette. So it's not crazy by any means, but with so many options on the board, I always find that curious. To spend that first pick potential on a hero like that. Now, Jeremiah is actually also on the board. He's not in B-Kid especially. Hates playing against Jeremiah. He's made that point many times in the past. So maybe a Jeremiah strategy can
and
go
Demented Shaman.
And Demented Shaman, very true. Yeah, Zephyr to go with, but still Demented Shaman alone, very powerful.
I mean, yeah, and there's no... Okay, look at it this way. There's no way that Complexity is going to pick up like Moon Queen or Dark Lady or anything like that. So if you did decide to go for like Jeremiah, Demented Shaman, and like a dual lane mid or something, which won't be killed. They could go with Magnus Bubbles. They like this combination. I actually, by the way, love that combination of Magnus Bubbles.
Yeah.
It's good CC, it's good aggression. With Portal Keys, you could pretty much kill anybody, especially if you get a Hellflower up onto one of those heroes. Speaking of Jeremiah, by the way.
They go with themselves. All right. Jeremiah Plague Rider. They follow up. And I was thinking that because, you know, with the Magnus Bubbles, that's great. As you said, it's a great combination. But something was telling me Complexity could have gone it was going to go Jeremiah themselves. And sure enough, they do. I mean... obviously, with Silhouette, especially going that Nullstone route, which he tends to do, got that Protective Charm on top of that, you know, good luck getting it off. So, it can be very annoying to deal with there.
Yeah, and that makes me even wonder a little bit. I mean, Bubbles and Magnus is great, but Plague Rider is honestly a very, very top-tier pick, just simply because the deny effect is so strong in this game because you cannot buy counter wards early on. And what I'm getting to is, okay, you deny the lane, you get lane positioning, and you keep lane positioning because they can't counter your ward and use that pull early on. They can counter it maybe after about 4 minutes is when they can actually utilize the pull to get a double stack. But by that time, you've already gotten enough experience to get your job done.
Yeah.
So that's why Plague Rider is so very effective in this game, and is why he's such a powerful pick. They do go with Ophelia, and honestly, it's not that bad against if they go with Glacius again. I mean, Glacius is a great counter to Ophelia, but Ophelia's going to just be farming in the jungle. Like, he's not going to be ganking. He doesn't need to gank. They're probably going to have like a Jeremiah plus a Luna mid, is my guess. And they go with both, actually, Glacius and a Luna. And okay, no, they're basically forced to get away as a support.
They force them. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oop, what happened? He does ...
I don't know.
Oh, maybe because Franzi doesn't want to play Master of Arms or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, I mean, the Rachna pick, by the way, that was the final. I didn't think you talked about a lot of other things, but the Rachna final pick from Lion Esports Club, that's obviously something very interesting there. And I'm sitting here, thinking about it, and it kind of goes back, again, this is just one thing of many things, sure, but Protective Charm on Silhouette, who eventually could have a Null Stone, you're not going to be able to get that Null Stone off, and her ultimate, obviously, won't be able to be used against a hero like Silhouette because of that. So
it's also just a terrible pick against Silhouette in general. Like, Arachna's great against melee heroes, fantastic against melee heroes, and it's also, their thinking probably was, well, Jersey, I can charm him, and then I can use my ultimate on top of the charm, but who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. And also, Silhouette can get away and dodge it with his ultimate as well. And I just think Arachna was a very, very bad pick here. And they could have done something much better, much stronger. They could have gone TDL. They could have gone Moon Queen as well. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I just really disagree with that pick right there.
Now, Arachna is an option for something like a Null Fireblade, so you have that. But then there's
true. But even if you, like you mentioned, is you get the Null Stone up on the Silhouette. That means you're gonna have two.
Yeah.
To actually get rid of it. So.
It's tough. Jersey, by the way, this actually threw me off guard. Always so fascinated by all these skins that keep coming out, which is awesome, of course, for the game.
I hate the skin, by the way, because I can't tell when Protective Charm is being used. It looks really funky.
That's true. I mean,
we'll have to wait and watch it.
I've never seen it myself. It's the good-looking Jersey, that's what I'll call him. I think he's called Pride or something like that. No, he's not Pride. Is that Pride?
Yeah,
that is Pride. All right. Anyways, speaking of Jersey, Moon Meander playing Jersey. He's going to be in the middle lane, it looks like, to start things off here. So War decides plays down. I know your usual game here. Franzi, of course, is playing the Master of Arms. Go with the ... I assume that was him basically saying, like, really, you're going to make me play this guy? But, that's lockpicking for you. In the sense, Lion kind of forced him to do that. But it's not like, at the same time, Master of Arms is a horrible option by any means. So we'll see how Lion, how are they going to lane it? Is it going to be a tri lane? Yeah, it is going to be an aggressive tri lane bottom to start, it looks like, with Glacius, Aluna, Magmus. So
makes you wonder what would happen if they locked something like Raw or something weird instead of MOA.
True. Yeah.
I mean, maybe Beacon would have locked differently, but I don't think so.
Maybe you would have picked differently, though, with that said, because then it would have been much riskier to not go with support in the first pick even or something like that. Yeah, it is interesting. That's a good point.
True, but then that means you're giving them a free Ophelia.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true.
There's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of.
It's a lot of what ifs. Yeah, well, it would snowball and whatnot. So.
Anyway, we're going to have, it looks like a pseudo tri-lane up here in the top lane against this Arachna, and she's going to get absolutely nothing. And in the meantime, you do have a dual lane bottom here against Silhouette, Magmus, and Luna, and that's a much better lane to contest something in the long lane. That will actually do something. Yeah. Now, she does have good lane positioning right now, but Lions, they need to be really good about hard denying. Like, don't go, hard deny. Just deny as fast as possible, get the lane back, then look to maybe be aggressive on Silhouette after that. But right now they can't. She has good lane positioning, but not for long.
Yeah, you see right there. Yeah, definitely hard denying. Of course, that means as soon as you can start denying the creep, you basically just auto-attack it and get it denied ASAP.
Right.
So Magmus, of course, the farmer down here, being played by Super KGE so far. Off to a fairly good start. 7-3. Silhouette hacks her in, doing her best. I mean, you mentioned Arachna, the struggles that she's going to have here at the top side. In fact, she's already moving around a little bit. Kind of wonder if she's going to eventually move to the middle lane, and of course then Bubbles top with that. And it seems like that is going to be the case here. No, maybe not, I guess.
See, the thing about this, too, is like if this was a Dark Lady or a Moon Queen or a Draconis, but Draconis was banned, is that, yeah, they're going to get nothing up here, but they can maybe bounce back by, like, stacks in the jungle by the time she hits the whole 5 or something like that. But Arachna can't farm. Can't farm at all. This hero doesn't have any fast farming abilities. It's a single attack, or single auto-attacking hero. And you can farm if you're, like, if you're really fast and like in a Midas or something like that, and it just farms rather slowly. You can farm and get good items, and actually does pump out a lot of damage in late game with the right build. But against a Silhouette, against a Jersey, I just don't think that this was the correct pick.
Well, yeah, I think, and we've talked about this before, when there was a phase for whatever reason, and we saw her a little bit, but I see her as more of a middle, ganker, more of a bubbles, more of a hag, more of a roamer, aggressive, get the levels early on, then make some kills happen. Bloodlust Scope may be coming here at the bottom lane though. Stunning from Magnus on the Skeleton King, the nuke from Ophelia, and Skeleton King actually helps finish it off with Silhouette getting the last credit for the last hit for the Bloodlust kill. So catching midway through that action right there, but clearly Luna just getting caught out, and maybe they win it themselves, but the reaction was already there. Ophelia and Master of Arms eventually coming over for assistance. So good job, of course, for Complexity. But yeah, I mean, going back to Rackton, it just seems like she seems better fit for more of a, I'm going to get level 6 ASAP, start roaming around helping to set up kills, rather than I'm going to be your hard carry, so let me farm type hero. So, but in this case, she is more the hard carry farm type hero, and you got to wonder how much of an impact that is going to have.
Well, and this is the cue. Glacius comes down here, tri-lane. All right, MOA is like, see ya, I don't need to be here. And now they're going to start moving towards mid or moving back towards top. And they're just going to keep doing this, and because because Complexity is going to be play passive in that regard, that means Lions isn't going to be getting any kills, which means their supports are going to be completely useless. And in the meantime, you're playing this passive game or play style against a jungler, which is Ophelia. And you're going to be getting more farm and more experience on this team. Not to mention, you're already losing top lane, I'm assuming. B-Kid, he is 15-9 against Arachnim's 10-4. Yeah, you're losing top. You're losing mid. Jerizai is doing better than Bubble. Much better than Bubbles. Yeah. My God. He is smashing Bubbles. Wow. Okay. it really shouldn't be that one-sided.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's a melee with a hatchet, but it really should not be that one-sided. So, Moonman are doing work here in the mid lanes. They're basically losing everything.
Yeah. Not looking too good across the board here for Lions is pretty much what it comes down to. So yeah, Jerizai, Moon Meander, you see him even using the heal bomb right there to assist for some creep kills. He has a level 3 inner light. He's not even choosing to go the R, the 1 point in it even early on. Has a level 2 protective charm as well. But his farm as a result of that, is he the top? No, he's up there, but Magnus is actually the top farm in the game at 326 gold per minute. He has early Ghost Marchers. So despite his teammate Deathwood there for the Bloodlust, I mean, he himself is actually farming very well when you look at it. So again, kind of that saving grace here, you could say, for Lion Esports Club, but it really, really shuts off after that. Again, still early on, only 5 minutes mark now, just hitting, but it's better for Complexity so far.
Look at MOA, though. Like, has transitioned all the way from bottom to top. Arachne knows something is up, and Arachne's in a world of hurt. She uses the W to get rid of the slow, but the slow already has, like, a 1 second slow anyway, and then you immediately get your movement speed back. But he's most likely going to die. Vote to pause coming out from Hellborn. But, yeah, there's just superior gameplay and superior strategy coming out from Complexity right now. And not to mention, I would say, okay, well, Lions, they have great team fighting heroes like Magnus, Bubbles, Luna. These are all great team fighting heroes, but Jerizai is just better. Jerizai is a great team fight hero as well, with all the heals and magic community he provides. Not to mention when Ophelia hits level 6 as well. And not to mention when MOA hits level 6. And we'll have that ultimate to protect somebody. So, yeah, Complexity's just doing everything right here.
Kind of sounds like last game. Kind of sounds like last game. Complexity, again, they were off to a fantastic start. And again, obviously they ended up winning in the end, but at the same time, Lion Esports Club, they hung in there for a lot longer than I think both you and I expected, and definitely made it entertaining. So perhaps it's maybe setting up to be something like that this time around again with Lion Esports Club. But apparently one of their players, Super KGE, needs to go ahead and restart here. So going to go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll be able to join back into game number 2 here. Of course, Complexity's up 1-0 here in this best of 3. Here in the Diamond Division, round of 8 winners bracket. There are other matches going on. Unfortunately, I can't check myself right now, but of course, both for the losers and the winners. So, but after today, we'll be down to 12 teams. And so this will be our final series of the day, of course, being a doubleheader today, Casting Lion versus We Are Spies earlier on. But tomorrow we'll be coming back at you once again here, and we'll be covering what will be a losers bracket matchup on top of the winners bracket. At that point will be winners bracket semifinals, actually. So again, it's pretty crazy how quickly these dwindle down here in only a 16-team tournament. But happens pretty, and it seems like things are also getting in the motion here with these cycles, as maybe expected. I mean, things got off to a bumpy start, especially with the qualifiers, the Hunter qualifiers, and then even going into cycle number 1. But it seems like things have really come together, and definitely with that said, shout out to the S2 staff, especially the ones behind working on Haunter, and Milkfat especially has been working pretty hard at really making sure to have everything come together, and definitely deserving credit for that. So seems like things are going smooth though. Again, I'm only a caster perspective from from that point of view. But the players seem like they're enjoying it. And with the in-house league, as you mentioned earlier, with that being formed and players being happy with that, so competitive scene is in a pretty awesome spot right now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, definitely.
What we got going for it, so it's good to see across the board here. And there are other tournaments going on too. I believe there's the Sound Blaster tournament, that $40,000 Sound Blaster tournament, the $40,000 in prize and money, and that's a lot, especially for an outside sponsorship. That's huge. So big shout out to Sound Blaster once again. They're hosting the I think it's a Play Hero, or no, maybe it's not that. But anyways, they're hosting their own event. That's kind of like a cycle event as well. But there's 8 cycles for that, and it happens during the weekdays. So, ooh, wow, Flensmeister rolling big right there. Rolling 100. Maybe he will live right here. Got the lucky rolls. Now he's probably going to die still. But yeah, so there's that event going on, and there's I think another one that's I'm blanking on right now. But anyways, to say the least, there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
And keeping people active, which is good. Which is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think the in-house league thing is pretty cool, and he's asking if he's dead right now, which he is. He's dead.
Technically not.
Well, he's going to die. Unless he makes a
Exactly.
giant play. He does have a lot of trees, I believe, to do some juking and jiving. He's got 3. Okay, maybe not enough. He could maybe, like, I would have walked up top and maybe just cut the trees toward the right, perhaps. But he did roll 100, so he's definitely not dead.
Well, he wasted his luck right there at the same time.
Yeah.
Wasted his luck on the roll, so. Yeah, so just waiting on Magmus to eventually reconnect here. And again, hopefully we'll be good to go in resuming game number 2. So, yeah, it's good to be back for the New Year's. What did you do during the New Year's, Trelf? I mean, did you keep busy?
I did some shopping, shipped out some gifts for my family, and played a lot of HoN.
Nice. Yeah, I heard
And some other games as well.
You started up with the in-house league when it started out very nicely, especially for you. Being on the break.
Yeah.
We were able to play a lot of the in-house matches, so I'm sure that was fun. I played an in-house match. I'm sure you remember.
Oh, the old power supply before boots on Magmus.
Why did you draft me? is the more important question.
Wait, I drafted you,
What
and now
were
you're
you
asking me
thinking?
why I did it? Oh my god.
I signed myself up, a complete joke. I was actually playing another game at the time, and I just forgot.
Hey, it's okay. We
all of a sudden I realized I'm picked.
the next game or a couple games afterwards, I played a game against Zai, and Zai drafted Grant actually,
Oh,
and that was literally a 7-minute concede. We remade the game and just resulted. It was that fast of a concede.
yeah.
So don't feel too bad.
That's pretty good right there.
Shout out to Grant.
I think I did fairly awesome. No, I did pretty horrible. Horrible that game. All right, so it looks like he is back, but apparently he is having some internet issues. Of course, I just love it. I'm pinging like crazy. Oh, DDoS?
DDoS.
I just love the instant to that. There's no like in between. It's like, oh, you're lagging a little bit. It's a DDoS. Anyways, so hopefully though that can either calm down or get figured out here shortly. But in the meantime, just gonna have to go ahead and wait with it. But yeah, myself. So you played a good amount of HoN, did some shopping and whatnot. That's good.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I went up north actually initially to a cool little town. It's called Frankenmuth here in Michigan. It's a very Christmas-like town. Went up there and well, did a lot of Christmas things. It was my first white Christmas, as they call it, with snow and everything. So that was cool. And then I got to go to California, sunny California. That was a good change of weather, that's for sure. Going back out there visiting my family, so had a good time. I didn't really think about HoN, to be honest. I mean, not gonna lie, I didn't really think about HoN at all. Didn't play any, and it was a nice break, a nice vacation. But at the same time, I'm damn happy to be back and casting some more Heroes of New Earth once again. So
Definitely.
it's good to be back for the New Year's. 2013, we made it. It's 2013. I didn't think we were.
I thought the world was going to end
I thought it was
2
too.
weeks ago.
We made it though, thank God. So yeah, there. There's some fun rolls right here. Did he actually get that? No, he didn't.
Well, he rolled to
1,
33
okay.
and got a 17.
Yeah.
Or wait, is that what happened?
Oh, he technically 1 through 33, and then he got 7. Yeah. Okay, I guess he did. Fair enough. But yeah, no, had some fun. Sure. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed your vacations as well. There was no HoN cast, so I know it was difficult to enjoy it. No, but like I said, it was a good break, but it is good to be back at the same time for 2013 to cast some Heroes and Newer. So, and I'll tell you this much. I mean, I know probably say this quite a bit, but I really feel like not only are we in a good spot right now with the competitive scene and where things are at for HoN, and it's entertaining and whatnot, but it seems like it's just there's going to be a lot of good things coming up for this year. I mean, it's already been kind of hinted at that once again HoN is planning to be at DreamHack, the next DreamHack yet again. So we got that. Oh, I wonder who said that. Trough is the best. That was obviously me. That I just typed that.
Thank you. I know.
Old ghost like.
Thank you.
Have they said anything yet about? No, they have not. Oh, if we can draw more boxes, that's right. Thanks, Moon, for this great idea. Let's see if I learned anything from last time.
What do we got here?
Something like...
Oh god, are you trying to draw a cube again? You're making it too difficult on yourself.
Okay, so
it's
yeah,
a box,
go,
and then another box.
box.
No, just draw a regular box. That's a
That is a
that's like a
regular box,
diagonal
okay.
box. That's a regular box. Can't believe we're doing this again.
It was such a hit the first time. Okay, that's
Okay,
I'm not gonna work
good. You
in a
drew a
straight
line. Let's draw 3 more. All
That's
right.
good enough.
And now you're gonna have to maneuver your way, like down, and then go to the right. Exactly, right at the right angle. No, go to the middle.
The middle?
Yeah, and now draw a box down to the left. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's coming together. Okay, then I go over here.
And then you just connect the points after that.
Then I go over here.
It's kind of a weird box, but.
Hey.
And then,
Trying.
yeah, there you go.
You go like
Look
here.
at how beautiful that is.
Oh, it just got better. And go, no, here. That'd be weird. Oh, so perfect. I might have been practicing.
You could have
First
saved a
time.
step and gone down, but
Hey.
look
I
at
like to
that.
do things
Look at
a
that.
short way. Look at that beautiful cube. It's not on anything though. I can't ruin that. Whoa. Whoa. Is it only me that sees it like moving all trippy? That is cool. All right. I'm not gonna go through that again though. So, yeah. Anyways, had a good holiday. Yeah, there wasn't. I don't know if.
All right, let's get it on.
I don't know if B5. I know B5 actually did a little bit of casting with the in-house and whatnot. Oh, is he gonna die actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally didn't think about that. They're not killing him. That's funny. He's so dead though. But he did a little bit of casting, and again, going back to the in-house, I think it's safe to say, wouldn't be surprised if expect to see maybe some in-house casts start popping up here on HoNcast, and especially more during the weekdays where it's more about just getting a lot more content out there in general. I know our weekends are obviously good to go with HoN Tour, but our weekdays seem to be a little bit trying to find content now and then, and whether it's hell even Trough playing.
Yeah.
Whether it's me
Whoa,
playing
I just
in
turned
in-house.
14 again.
Hey, memories. No, but yeah, it's definitely expect some more of that, and yeah, it's a new year. Expect some new things. So we're gonna have fun with that.
Amen.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's having some net issues. Hopefully, I can get this straightened out.
Oh, the other matches are going on, right? Yeah. So, what did we have? TDM versus. Oh, God, I hate this stupid chat bug. I have so many friends. When I go down it, I know I hate having so many friends. Okay, they're in the second game. So TDM and FYK. I know TDM won the first game, but wow,
What's this?
FYKU is dominating TDM. Wow,
Are they?
27 to 10 hero kills.
Ah.
And yeah, they're down a lot of racks too. So
Pinky Curdy too strong. Oh, Monkey King
they got
too strong.
Pewee got Monkey King. He's an awesome Monkey King player. So that's obviously dangerous.
Wow, and they got Keeper Moon Queen? What happened? It
Wow,
was like
yeah.
a farming D-Sham
Huh.
with a, I want to say, Moon Queen and Engineer lane.
Wow, Moon Queen 1, 8, and 5. Ouch.
Limp has not had a good game, and it's kind of strange to see Limp on Moon Queen and not Noob G. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Wow. Yeah. What is going on there? Interesting. So, okay, you know what? Why are we sitting in here then? What?
Good
He's gonna
question.
restart.
Well, it looks like the game might be over, but you want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's just. Is it actually over?
I don't know.
I don't
No,
think
it's
it's
not
not
over.
over yet. Let's just jump into it real quickly. And scare them. It'll say we have joined the game. They'll be like, "Oh my god." Yeah, 29-12 now. It looks like. All right, so let's jump into this game and see where it's at.
This is
See
game
where the
2,
pod
correct?
is at. This should be game 2. I believe FYKU or TDM won the first game, and now FYKU's up in game 2, obviously. So if I can actually join.
There we go.
Of course, you get in before me.
Better computer.
Okay, there we go. For some reason.
They're down by about 30K. About 27,
Jeez.
28,000 experience, 24,000 gold.
Wow, yeah. So look at that. GPM 533 gold per minute on Moon Queen. What the hell is this? Oh, that's Moon Queen. Holy
You've never
crap.
seen this before?
No.
Oh, it's awesome.
Look at those wings.
It's really cool.
Is that a guy?
It's
a guy
Prince
Moon Queen.
Prince Moon Prince.
It's 1-0 TDM is the series score. So that's where this is game number 2. But yeah, who's this guy? That's the keeper skin. Oh, I saw you looking at that. Why do I get so excited? That's the desert
Desert
one?
of
the cactus.
Keeper of the
yeah.
desert, I think.
he's got cacti on his back and flowers and stuff.
Laughable.
That's fun.
He's so colorful. Why is he so colorful?
He is very colorful, actually. Yeah, he like pounds his chest too when he spawns trees. Anyways, wow, he's a Mocker Brilliance, by the way. So okay, let's take a look at actually where this game is at. So you got a Demented Shaman with a Frostwolf Skull, Tablet of Command Astrolabe.
Frostwolf. See, I already know it's lost.
Yeah.
Frostwolf is just such a useless pickup on Demented Shaman.
Yeah. Not good, not good. Look at
but
wow,
anyway.
look at Warbeast. Look at his items. Brutalizer.
Awesome.
Behemoth's Heart. He's charged hammer.
Yes.
I mean, not charged, but Thunderclaw. On his way to possibly charged hammer. Yeah. It's got the attack speed. And then Tremble. Wow. Tremble. Fan Sensation. 5,400 gold saved up in the items that he has. So, and then of course there's the Monkey King.
Yep.
Hellflower, Butterfly, well, Wingbow, Shrunken Head.
There's actually Dancing Blade just picked up on Limp, who also has a Geometer's Bane and a Symbol of Rage. No Shrunken Head, but it's not really necessary against this team, I suppose. It almost might be necessary, though, because of the Hellflowers that are picked up. I don't know, but against Warbeast, it really does nothing.
Yeah.
Bubbles got a Blink, got a Storm Spirit, has a Push Book. Engineer has nothing. He's got Striders and a Major Totem.
He's got this.
And
He's
a
got
power supply.
supply. He's on a bound eye.
Nah.
I don't know if you purchased it, but yeah. So again, we're obviously quick recap. We are just jumping into this game. Our Complexity versus Lion game. Oh, well, hold that thought for a second. There, Root coming out here for Keeper of the Forest, but he's going to start dropping quickly right here. Keeper of the Forest will barely survive. No, he will not. He'll go down. The Plague is bouncing around. In jumps Monkey King. Moon Queen going to be locked down. The Town is all been pulling him. He goes down. There's the vote to concede. GG, well played. And game 2 is going to go to FYKU. So just like that, we jump in to catch the last fight, basically. And, well, that's going to a game 3 now. So, wow, we've got some possible upsets that have been happening in the makings here today. Of course, Pencils took Complexity to a 3rd game in the 1st round.
Yeah.
And now here we have TDM taking, or FYKU taking TDM to a 3rd game. So I'm going to go ahead and join back into the other game now, actually.
Okay.
And see
See where we're at with
if
that.
that one, there's any update. Oops, did they? No, they're selling it. Okay. It's not letting me join for some reason. There we go. So yeah, we'll see. Go back to this one, but yeah. So that was just a real quick peek at TDM versus FYKU, and saw what's going to now be game 3 in that series. So big win for FYKU, and it looks like this game has resumed actually. So
Okay.
there you go. Good timing. Got some good distraction there. Back to this game though. So again, recap on this. This is game number 2 here. Complexity up 1 game to nothing, and definitely looking strong start here early on. So not the best of news for Lion here.
Look at the early things though. Like MOA has more farm, more gold per minute than both the 2 supports on the Hellborn team combined, which is pretty scary.
Yeah, that's
That's how
Not
when you pick supports like this and you try lane and you try to roam around, you need to get stuff done. Like you have to coordinate it well, and yeah.
yeah. Apparently he found out the reason why he was lagging. So, anyways, important thing is he's apparently not lagging anymore. So that's the good news. So Magnus again, kind of the shining hope here as he remains the top farm at 340 gold per minute. Went through all the Ghost Marchers and could be on a way to that Portal Key next, but especially if it goes Ghost Marchers into Portal Key, it won't necessarily have the best mana pool as a result of that. So we'll see how and if that comes into play. But again, so early on here, only 7 minutes into the game. Middle lane, Bubbles is going to be collapsed on, and both Jeremiah and Master of Arms. Master of Arms actually getting credit for the kill right there on a creeps in. And by the way, Arachna did die here earlier on, so yeah, obviously we came in later, but he did end up dying in what looks to be a obvious death-like situation. So that was a good job for complexity there, and Jeremiah actually overtakes the highest GPM with that kill in the middle lane. So
Plague has an ultimate ready to use, but no mana just yet. Health potion is used up onto Arachna. Up top, so she'll be fine for the moment. Still see some more roam coming out from MOA. He's trying to go back and forth between top and mid. And of course, when he went bottom, there's a tri-lane, or there was a dual lane actually. And then once he spotted Glacius come down there, he just ran away, let the lane be, and Silhouette just kind of... Now she has really, very, very low farm right now, but it doesn't matter because, like I talk about all the time, a carry like Silhouette or Dark Lady or even Mage Bane or Draconis like that can bounce back their farm, and they just need a little bit of space in the mid game to do that and get that back again. But right now, the Complexity is doing everything right. They're roaming around in the heroes that can be roamed on, especially like Arachna.
Yeah. So right there, I just Master of Arms, he almost destroyed the illusion right before Bubbles picked it up, but Bubbles did indeed bottle it up, and that's some good news for him. But yeah, Arachna just continuing to farm up here at the top side in the meantime, doing her best and trying to have somewhat of an impact here earlier on in this game you would like to see, at least for Lion's sake, but so far, not having the greatest of start, of course. But Magnus, it keeps going back to him as, yeah, that portal key can definitely be picked up here in the near future. But again, the lack of the greatest mana pool may eventually hurt him. And actually, Chessie, I saw he had a double Vagabond leader, and now he has a Skeleton King Catman champion. So switching around creeps quite a bit. May run into a Luna right here, actually. Hanskin needs to be careful, as she will be fine as getting some support anyway. So not really doing too much right there. Jeremiah back to him, though, in the middle lane. Moon Meander is right now Ring of Sorcery. He's got his boots, his bottle. He has another 560 gold saved up, so in a pretty good spot. Arachna's trying to run away right here because she's definitely being chased down. She has her ultimate, going to use a W, that hardened Carapace, to help her get away from the slow from Master of Arms. And now Master may run into Glacius, actually, who's trying to counterward in the meantime. He will successfully do that, but at what cost right here? He's in a lot of trouble. Plague Hunter comes in, and Seal Kid will fall, so worth it? I don't know, probably not. Jeremiah is just going to attack an illusion.
Jeremiah just has so much fun. I just can't get over how much he dominated mid lane. Like, he completely crushed as far as getting tons of CS. And
yeah.
It's not really like he did anything fancy, I'm assuming. Probably just attacked the creep, spammed out wave, rinse, repeat. It's probably exactly what he did. And because he is a melee with the hatchet, of course, it's very, very easy. Look at him. It's very easy to deny every single creep. Right there, 3 creeps lost by, I almost said Moon Man, but by Bubbles. And you multiply that by how many waves they already had. It's just a lot of farm that's lost by Bubbles. And look at that, the CS. 66 onto Jeremiah, 30 onto Bubbles.
Yeah, the heal bomb, it's clear that he's definitely using that to really help him just guarantee those creep kills. And yeah, Moonby did a fantastic job again here in the middle lane. I mean, see right, he's just not afraid. And he actually, I do find that interesting. He never chose to level, do the 1-point wonder into his third ability. That being the Righteous Aura, of course, going to be the slow out of it. And not the biggest in the world, but a little bit curious about that. It does have a maxed out Protective Charm nonetheless, which is now 14-second as a result of that, and will most likely, of course, pick that up anyways next level. So, and with the way he's adding up in levels, not the biggest deal. Magnus, Portal Key has been purchased, so this is the go time here for Lion Esports Club in terms of maybe trying to make something happen. So we'll see if they can pull something together, get a couple of kills, and get some momentum. But you already see right now, speaking of momentum, Complexity has it all. 4,200 gold lead, 4,800 experience lead. Bubbles forced to run away against Jeremiah, just charging in his face. Who just purchased a Steam Boots, by the way, so. And he's, just look at that, I mean, Hanskin, or Crepson, excuse me, on Bubbles, doing some juking and jiving. But he's forced to play very, very defensive here against this Jeremiah. Behind, we got Chessie coming in with the Minotaur Catman. He's going to go for the tower, trying to maybe collapse on the Bubbles. A heal bomb will connect, do some damage. But not enough for the kill. Protected Charm is applied as ports coming in for both Magnus and Glacius. Chessie maybe in a little bit of trouble. Magnus, a great line stun right there. Will it be enough instead of there's a power throw on top. Nice Minotaur stun of the Glacius in the meantime coming out from Ophelia. And that may be the saving grace right there. She is still on the run, of course, using her heal already. She will have another Minotaur stun coming up shortly. I don't know the exact cooldown. There's a Magnus stun in though. One more auto attack. Not enough. Barely surviving. Trying to block him right there, but just couldn't do so. Great attempt from Chessie. Meanwhile, back to the middle lane. Actually, a heal bomb from Jeremiah gets going to Bubbles. and Aluna and Glacius will fall back. So bit of action picking up here in the middle lane. Still Complexity coming out on top.
Yeah, well, just look at the numbers. They're kind of stumbling out of control, even though that actually was a 1-for-1 right there. Well, no, Steel Kid did die, did he not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a 2-for-1, actually.
No. Did he? Yeah. Yes. No.
No, he didn't die,
He
actually.
didn't die, no.
That was a kill early up at top when he was counter-warding.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was 1-for-1, but they're completely out-farming. In the meantime, you know, Silhouette, she's maximizing her farm in the jungle. She has a level 4 in the Death Lotus and able to farm out jungle, stack jungle creeps very, very quickly. In the meantime, you have Plague Rider, who has 300 gold per minute. Is looking for his first item as well. Probably going to be a Blink because the Astrolabe's most likely going to go to Chessie. And they're just grouping up, pushing this tower now. Chessie's level 7, has 3 creeps. Check the charm on Jeremiah. They can't take a fight.
Yeah. I mean, you got a double ring of sorcery, so that mana just bursts up right there. Jeremiah in the front end, he's had a protective charm on himself, and he's plenty of mana left over. Magnus is off to the side again. He has that Portal Key Eruption, but don't want to pick a fight right there. But neither does Complexity necessarily. They will fall back in the end. The tower just out of deny range. So keeping that a little bit occupied. Plague Rider comes back in right here. So we could still possibly see some initiation. Now there is this Ward of Sight placed by Franzi near the pole camp. That's definitely giving Complexity plenty of information to use in terms of if they need to be careful about getting jumped or not. So they know kind of where the positioning is for Lion Esports Club. As a result of that, you know, making this that much more confident. But you stress this. I mean, Haxrin, he's down here at the bottom lane just free farming now while this whole distraction's going on. So not only can Lion it's going to be very difficult to take a fight right here, but they absolutely need to make something happen here because they're wasting so much. They will deny the tower, so that's a start, I guess, but was it ultimately worth the sacrifice of just allowing Silhouette to get more free farm down here?
Yep, they're doing basically this 4-for-4-and-1 strat. They're all pushing up, they're all being aggressive, they're pushing towers, staying close together, and they're freeing up a ton of space for Silhouette. Look at her, she's just constantly pulling these two camps back and forth and farming them over and over. And the thing is Arachna, even if she ever does decide to if she does bounce back and farm, she's never going to outcarry a Silhouette. Not with a Jeremiah behind her. It's just going to be impossible.
Yeah.
You have two very, very strong heals. Actually, really 3 once Astrolabe is up onto Ophelia.
And then you got Master of Arms.
And then you have Master of Arms. Yeah, exactly. You have so much to back her up.
Yeah.
And as a result, I mean, look, she had a terrible lane, but she's already up to 260 gold per minute.
Yep. Haxrin knows all about that. He's using that role of, well, he might get off to a slow start, but eventually always recovers. Portal Key just picked up by Beacon by the way, playing a Plague Rider. So they got some initiation now themselves, you can say, with that Portal Key pick up there. Yeah, you know, something like an Astrolabe, a Barriato, it might have just simply been overkill, and especially since Ophelia may eventually get that too. So I definitely like this Plague Rider going the Portal Key route here, instead of maybe more of that support style. So solid choice indeed.
It basically assures his team that he's going to get an ult off every single fight because he can keep his distance from very, very far away. And that's very effective. You know, it's more times than not when we see lost team fights with a Plague Rider on the team, it's because Plague Rider gets killed before he's able to cast out ultimate. Well, with a Portal Key in his inventory, that's not going to ever be a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely the idea, at least. So we'll see what Beacon makes of that Portal Key pickup now. Arachna, meanwhile, at the bottom lane again. Down here, just trying to get more and more farm. But you see Master of Arms is only a level under, actually. And Arachna's farm is not even that much better either. So both the farm and the levels, you know, barely struggling to stay above what is the pure support hero over here. Master of Arms being played by Franzi, of course. Shaman's Headdress finished by Jeremiah. In the times we do see Jeremiah, this is usually the type of build we see. The early Ring of Sorcery into what is a very tanky style of build. In this case, the Shaman's Headdress. You know, speaking of Barrier Idol, I guess he could be the one, actually, to go for the Barrier Idol even as well. So, yeah, and he's level 11 now already, so that's making the Soul's Blessing last even a little bit longer, I believe. Yeah, now 6 seconds instead of 5. So, yeah, more good news across the board for Complexity. You see the heal palm right there doing a lot of damage actually to Arachna, catching her off guard, but she'll eventually be fine. Plague Rider coming to the top lane with an Invis, you know, level 4 Glacius. He might not even have to ulti, I guess. He's just going to sit on top. Magnus is nearby. Okay, this is interesting. This is, oh no, Glacius is like, wait a second, I'm blocked. This shouldn't be happening. Magnus is going to try to pour it out. If he played it right there, that would have been pretty epic. But okay, now Glacius is like, I'm by myself now. Oh, He tries to port, but he dies. That sucks. Magma stuns him with the eruption in the meantime. Only a little bit of damage to Ophelia, however. The stun on Master of Arms. He will eventually fall. Or will he? No, he will not. Jeremiah with the heal bomb coming out. The Soul's Blessing and keeps him alive. Holy crap. We see the kill on Arachna, and the rest are on the run. Skeleton King is going to be able to net somebody here. Plague Rider also joining the party, of course. Magnus out to the side. Bubbles with the Song of the Sea Nuke coming out right there. We have Plague Rider trying to maybe still harass Bubbles, but in the end, they should be able to get away. But holy crap. I thought for sure Master of Arms was dead. He had to be 10 life or so. Well, but he got saved up.
Even being saved right there, actually, Master of Arms is going to die right there. Yep. He gets caught a little bit out to the left there. It doesn't matter. The return damage is going to be way too high. Axerin gets a kill on Super KGE, the only farmed hero on the Hellborn team. And it's actually pursuing the No Boots Glacius. If he can hit this Death Lotus, he's going to be for sure dead. Yes, he does. Good job by Axerin. Double tap for him. He's got Protector Charm on him. And this team, they're just grouping up with Ophelia. They're grouping up with Jeremiah. They have the massive team fight. I was going to say, before actually Franzi died right there, he went from being almost completely killed to basically full HP, full mana. Yeah. And that's just the power of having Ring of Sorcery on your team. They have 2, actually. And having double heal. Now triple heal with Jeremiah, Ophelia, and the Astrolabe up on her. Look at that silhouette. Has a Null Stone now. My God. This is just out of control.
Yeah, it's, again, similar to last game. It is a case of it just seems like complexity. The momentum is building up now, because of last game perhaps. Lion Esports Club not necessarily looking to give up just yet, but it is getting ridiculous and going to definitely be very, very difficult. But I think the biggest difference between last game and this game is the fact that the last game at least had a Moon Queen who was doing something, and their team fight was great. They had a great team.
Tempest, Moon Queen.
Yeah, Tempest, Moon Queen, Magnus. This time around, it's just not as it's not as good looking. It's not as the potential being there. So that's even more so why Lion is just unfortunately just in a pretty big hole now. Their Ancients, which I think were double stacked, if not triple stacked, are just taken as well. So adding insult to injury right there. And complexity, back to farm we go, because that's why the hell not. Why not get even further ahead?
Yeah. See, I think when back to the picking stage in the locked pick, they're like, okay, well, we're going to take their 2 the support heroes that they want. They locked Glacius and Luna. We'll take them both. Ha ha. Now they won't have one of those good support heroes to work with. Actually, here's an Eruption.
Eruption jumping on a Plague Rider. He stuns it on a Jeremiah, but Jeremiah is more than tanky enough. He'll just Protective Charm before Bubbles gets there. Plague Rider jumps in with the Contagion. And look at Magnus and Luna. They're like, see ya, we're going to port out, because that didn't work out too well. So they tried to combo together right there clearly, but in the end, just not enough. Now, only it wasn't really a whole lot used. There was the Eruption, which is big, of course, but they did save pretty much everything else. So. But still, you see it right there, even with a decent Eruption, it just didn't even get close. I mean, Jeremiah just easily tanked it.
Yeah, and he has the full Barrier Idol. I don't even think he used the Barrier Idol there. Like, imagine if he had... I guess it's basically going to mitigate all the damage. I mean, it's 400 magic damage that mitigates, correct? I think that's what it is.
Yes.
400 magic damage. How much does level 1 Eruption do? 660. That's if everything close by hits.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah, that's just unlikely. So... yeah, it's just looking pretty grim here for Lion early on.
How's Arachna doing? Where's he at? Oh, not good. 178 gold per minute. Yeah, Flensmeister. it's just not there. He has a quick blade, but again, he's very, very squishy. Magnus is trying to escape right here. He needs to be careful. Okay, yeah, he stuns out just in time, but he's still dropping quickly. There's the Portakey Plague Rider. He already used the stun, of course. The Plague Ooze even going to be used. And that'll guarantee the kill for B-Kid. So Magnus gets picked off. He was over by the Ancients. They just can't go anywhere. I mean, speaking of can't go anywhere, Arachna's now going to be in trouble. Here comes Silhouette and Master of Arms, and Arachna's going to realize very quickly that this ain't going to work out too well. Even Plague Rider joins the party. And there's another kill. Now middle lane, Aluna falls. It's just falling apart. Complexity is just truly dominating Lion Esports Club here in Game 2.
I don't think Lions thought about their lanes. I don't think they had a game plan coming in, really. Especially the Arachna pickup in the main picking phase. Like that looks like an Arachna pickup that was out of the lock pick where you had very little to choose from. But out of the main phase, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
If that was like a Dark Lady, when MOA and Chessie on Ophelia tried to walk up there and actually Shield Breaker up onto Plague, it's actually not even that bad. But when they roamed up there, if that was a hero with an escape mechanism like Mage Bane or Dark Lady. It would have been a little bit of a different story. You could have also had the ability to like catch up on your farm later with a Rune Cleaver, but not with Arachna. Like Arachna just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
No. And this tower is gonna fall. You said the shield breaker on a beat kid from the Plague Rider. It's like that's when you know it's just like all right, they know they're gonna win this.
You know what would have made more? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what would have made more sense to me is if they even did like a dual lane long lane with like Glacius and Arachna, and like a mid lane with Luna Magmus, and then Bubble solo top. That would have made even I think more sense to me, but. I just think in general the Arachna pick was kind of questionable.
Silhouette just jumps into here, and again, that's the power. The Protective Charm Nullstone. She just jumps in, destroys Glacius, and then ports out. So, yeah, nothing the Hellborn team can do. And you can tell they're sacrificing their base tower just to push outer towers here. I mean, they're just in such a horrible spot. Now, Arachna's still down here. Bubbles will port in, and actually Resurrection on Glacius already, so he's already back up, good to go. Isn't even level 6 yet. So no Glacial Downpour going to be happening. And Silhouette can just stand here. She can afford to do this. She just sits here. Once the Protective Charm wears off, she'll play defensive. But as soon as it gets back up, you apply it, and back in she goes. So here we go. Cooldown is coming off in 1 second. There's the appliance from Moonmeander. Oh, I was hoping you'd make me look good. Okay, never mind. Silhouette is just going to clean up the creep wave, and maybe just going to wait for their own creep wave before they really commit. So Arachna did get the bottom tower killed, I guess. So. Again, good for Lion, but there's a Slayer already purchased on Silhouette. So the PK Nullstone, now a Slayer picked up. Here we go, we're going to see a Barrier Idol. There we go, there's the Barrier Idol. And here's the commitment from Complexity. Eruption going to be channeled off to the side. He jumps in onto a lonely Jessie right there. Jumps in on the Moon Meander, and look at the damage. Barely anything. Magma's going to be locked down now. The Plague is going to start bouncing around. Already the 1 kill on a Glacius. Arachna in the background. The ulti's out. But the port back onto Plague Rider right there, who it was on. Something tells me Beacon's pissed at that.
Yeah, I don't think he needed that at all.
He didn't need that at all. And it's like, are you kidding me? I have a shield breaker, and you're porting me back. So maybe the Rax is down. Yeah, Lion, it just seems like they're in a case now of they're just going to try to have fun with it. But I think Complexity is just going to be too strong in the end here.
And it's so hard for Magma. It's so great Minotaur stun there by Chessie. Yeah. Double stuns both of them.
That was huge.
And there's just no target that Magnus can go on. Like, it's not his fault. He just can't go on anything. Yeah. And the GG's come out.
I'm done. I'm done. I guarantee you B-Kid was
He didn't get to fight, really.
He had a shield breaker. Anyways, that is it for game number 2. So, of course, that means Complexity will sweep the series 2-0. And as a result, they will move to the winner's bracket semifinals, where, pending how the other games play out, and actually, let me just take a look at that real quickly here. Okay, so interesting stuff. So, Complexity versus Lion, that's if we